Hello all YouTubers, I'm the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Let's get started on our weather presentation for today, December 19, 2018. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a pre-Christmas storm and a post-Christmas storm. So basically it'll be two storms, one that's happening basically right now the next couple days before Christmas, and one that's going to be potentially hitting just a couple days after Christmas. So let's get right into it here. So as always, please consider clicking the subscribe button right there and liking my videos, sharing my videos, and commenting. Thank you all to my supporters thus far. So GFS model, tropical tidbits. So what I'm going to show you first is the pre-Christmas storm. And this one's going to be a lot of rain. Just plain old rain. On the back side, it might have some snow. But on the latest model run, the 18Z model run by the GFS model, it's saying even less snow. It was saying more wraparound snow, but now it's even less. More just a mix of rain and snow behind it. Not even that period of steady snow. Really, the snow from this system is going to be up in Canada. If we take a look at total snowfall, really for the next 60 hours, maybe 9 inches in Canada, that's where all the snow is going to fall. But you can't rule out a mix of rain and snow for Pennsylvania that maybe she had through time could see about a dusting to 2 inches, maybe 10 inches up in Canada. But what I want to draw your attention to as well is the post-Christmas storm. This one looks like a huge snowmaker. Huge snowmaker here. Watch as we head through time. Now this will probably come around the 26th if you're living like, Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado, Wyoming, New Mexico. But if you live in Minnesota, Iowa, Eastern Dakotas, maybe even Wisconsin, you'll probably see it on Thursday the 27th. Areas back to the west the 26th. So watch this snow. Outstanding snowfall rates are very likely here. Now, of course, this track could change. It could go south, it could go north. But as of now, the highest totals look to be eastern Nebraska, maybe eastern South Dakota, and southern Minnesota. I'm going to show you some snow totals, in fact, in just a minute. But then this storm pulls off to Canada, and then after it gets done hitting the the Rockies and central northern plains and upper Midwest, it doesn't stop there. It goes all the way even to the northeast, could bring a mix of ice and snow from New Hampshire to Maine, and maybe even Vermont too on the very leading edge. So, sorry about that. For the total snowfall, drum roll please. Dun. Here it is, and it looks to be a lot on the latest model run here. So if we take it through time, through about, let's see, 210 hours, that's when the storm should be over. Actually, we'll take it through 10 days. So this is about when the storm will be over. And southern Minnesota, 13 inches, 10 to 13 inches of snow, 10 to 13 inches of snow in northern Wisconsin. Possibly, I'm going to show you some other models too. It's not just a GFS, I will show you some other models. But look at New England, 6 inches possibly. Now this does include ice as well. So don't look at this and say 13 inches is snow. No, it's actually ice. And what I actually want to show you is actually a 24-hour snowfall, because you can see, because there's going to be other storms that hit New England, so the 6 inches might be added up from other storms. So here's a 24-hour snowfall, and so here's the snow in the upper Midwest, northern plains, and then a good 6 inches could come out of the storm from Maine, and even Mount Washington, New Hampshire as well. But I think from Kansas to Wisconsin, including South Dakota, Minnesota, you're gonna get hit the hardest. And you know how everyone's been saying I'm gonna have a nice big El Nino for the season. I'm still thinking there's gonna be an El Nino, but if you look at the sea surface temperature anomalies, normally the Central East Pacific is above average, but the Central Pacific, you're starting to see hints of average to below average. It's starting to break up. Some warmer waters in the Central West Pacific and in the Eastern Pacific, but in the Central Pacific, it's starting to break up. And now we're starting to come to the conclusion that we might not have an El Nino. I think we still will. This could easily go back to warmer than average temperatures. It's just a small little area, but still we're going to have to watch. And also the waters in the Gulf of Alaska, they're still warm, but they've been cooling some. So that's something to watch there too. Also the waters on the East Coast have been warming, so that's a plus. Get those nor'easters to come up the coast, they're going to rapidly strengthen. So here is the satellite imagery and all this moisture feeding to the southeast. This is our pre-Christmas storm, not our post-Christmas. So this is satellite imagery up until now. This doesn't go out in the future. So you look right now, a lot of the moisture is in the extreme southeast, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, but also some in Mississippi and Louisiana, and this is where we're going to have to watch. Oscillations, I do talk about these a lot. These do update every day, so they usually update around noon time or something like that, so go and check those out if you want to. But here I have the North Atlantic oscillations. They are in positive, but they're on their way to being negative again, which is good news. Again, if you're a snow lover on the East Coast, you want the negative North Atlantic oscillation. Same thing for Arctic oscillations. They are now in the negatives too. They have been since yesterday, and they're expected to stay in the negatives, according to most GFS ensemble models. If you're on the East Coast and you're a snow lover, the Pacific North American pattern, you want this to be positive, not negative. You want this to be positive, and it looks to stay positive most likely through the new year, maybe around middle end December or like around Christmas time. Might dip to around 0, and that's about the lowest it will probably get. And then it'll continue to stay positive, which is good news for snow lovers. At least if you're from the East Coast. West Coast, that's bad news for you if you're a snow lover. But here's some good news. We are seeing colder than average temperatures in the Rockies. Like they really need it. They get snow anyway. But colder than average temperatures, 6 to 10 days, 25th, 29th of December. And that continues at least through January 2nd. I'm sorry, I thought the January outlooks were going to be released. They're usually released the 15th to 30th of every month. But they are expected to be released at the 30th of December or New Year's Eve. The January temperature precipitation outlooks will be released. Winter outlooks haven't really been updated much. Equal chances for a lot of the east and southeast. And the farther north and west you go, the greater chance you have seeing of above average temperatures. So that is all for today's video. Please be careful if you're traveling either in the pre-Christmas storm or the post-Christmas snowstorm. Thank you all for watching. Thanks a bunch. I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time.